lights, camera, action. There's nothing like that. So let's get to it. Welcome to my first Q&A on my YouTube channel. I want to start by hoping that everyone is well and safe in these crazy times with COVID, and also thank everyone who's been following my Instagram page and showing me all this love and the support this year and a half. And it was never expected, and thank you very much for all of this. If you don't know it, it's Pilotjohnnie, and I have a link below if you want to go check it out. Now, I had a different project or plan for my YouTube channel, but this had to be postponed for next summer. So I think you're gonna like it, and stay tuned. So, okay, here we go. So I gathered a few questions that you sent me on my Instagram page, and let's go with question number one. Is your name John, Johnny, or Yanis? Well, it's everything. Since I'm Greek, I was baptized Ioannis, and they call me Yanis. But in English, you call me John or Johnny. In Spanish, for example, you call me Juan. In Russian, you call me Ivan. So, suit yourself, call me whatever you want, it's the same. So, question number two. Do you have any other accounts? Well, actually, guys, this is a big problem, because this person is talking about my Instagram page, and I only have one account, not a personal account, only this account. That's in the link below. And please don't trust any other account. Don't answer to any other account. And this is really freaking a really big problem for me. So, to make a long story short, only one account. Question number three. What led you to be a pilot? Was there someone in your family, or did you make this decision on your own? I'm gonna combine question number three with another one, the fourth. When did you start your career as a pilot? So, what led me to be a pilot? My family, I have an aviation family, and my grandfather was a pilot, my father is a pilot, and now my young brother graduated his flight school, and he's a commercial pilot too. And when did I start my career? Back in 2005, where I had my first flight in a Cessna 152. Question number four. Did you have a backup plan when you started studying aviation? No, I didn't have a backup plan, and I didn't go to university. And that's about it, simple as that, I didn't. Question number five. Do you need a degree to be a pilot, or do I need to go to university because I'm confused? Well, I'm confused too. No, you don't need to go to university, but in life, if you have a plus and university is a plus, in life if you have a plus, it's always welcome and better. So, question number six. How to be a reliable pilot and how many years of flight school? Well, the flight school is 2 years. Well, you can study as much as you want. You can go 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And how to be a reliable pilot? Well, it all depends on you. It's your attitude, your behavior, how much you study, how much you care for this. So pretty much it's you. How long have you been flying, and what are you certified on? So I started flying back in 2005, but unfortunately I dropped the school for personal reasons in 2007-8, and then I continued on 2013, where I finished my ATPL and I got my commercial license, and I started flying 2014 for a big commercial airline, and I'm certified on 320, which is all the family, 318, 19, 20, 21, and 330 and 350. How to become more positive and motivated. Important thing is positive thinking and happiness, but how? Well, I think this question depends on you and entirely you, because it's how do you want to see things. There's no Greek saying that says you want to see the glass half full or half empty. The situation is the same. Your attitude and your way of thinking changes it. I think I answered that. Where is somewhere? Somewhere. Everybody somewhere on Earth, somewhere on planet Earth. I know what you guys mean and what you're asking about. I write somewhere on Earth on my pictures because it's not about where I am. If I'm in France, if I'm in Africa, if I'm in Indonesia, it doesn't matter. It's about the picture. So let's not lose the reason that we're doing this and we're trying to have fun. Okay, question number 10. Just wanted to ask, how will you react if there's an engine flame out and how are you going to handle it? Well, that's why they train us, and this is in the training syllabus and the specific actions, which I'm not going to talk about them now because this is not a tutorial. So to answer this question is we're trained for this and there's certain actions that will take place. Tell me one of your unforgettable experience in aviation. Unforgettable experience in aviation. Well, all the journey since 2014, no, back in 2005, all the journey was an amazing experience. I don't want to name one because everything was different. And the thing that I can say about aviation is like I had the chance to stay in so many places, see so many things, and experience so many different cultures and ideas, and meet so many wonderful people from Africa to Sweden to France, Spain, UK, USA, name it. The whole journey was amazing. Where did you study aviation? In Greece. I started in Crete, the island Crete, and then I finished in Athens. What is your favorite airplane? My favorite airplane? One that flies. I cannot name one because I believe it's all about the airplane, not the type of the airplane. So then question number 14, which is your favorite airport? Favorite airport. I can say which was more demanding because every airport was different. Like some had high elevations, which were demanding. Some had ice, also demanding. Some had no navigation aids, nav aids as we call them, so you had to go visually in Africa. So I cannot name one. Do you prefer early morning flights or late night flights? This one I can answer positively. I prefer late night flights. I prefer late night flights, that's it. How pilots manage their sleep? Well, this is my personal opinion, okay? Pilots are not robots, but they manage their sleep by planning. For example, if I have a morning flight and I have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll plan to get my 6-7 hours of sleep. So you just go minus. That's why you manage to get your sleep. So, on question 18, how you manage your time during the pandemic and lockdown? Like normally, I don't drive myself crazy. I go for my workout, I meet my family whenever I can, and I try to keep myself occupied, either by projects or by improving whatever I have in front of me. So, you are so handsome, can I go on a date with you? Can she go on a date with me?
I don't think so.
No. What are the advantages and disadvantages of being a pilot? Well, this is a big answer. I think I should make a video out of it. But, okay, I'm gonna give you one disadvantage that I see and one advantage that I see. A disadvantage, aside from the negative, is that you're away. You're away from family, you fly on Christmas, Easter, and when everybody else is on vacation, you're up in the sky. But the advantage is like, you see people and your office is flying and the view is unbelievable. Okay, question number 21. How old are you? I am past 34. Question number 22. How do you speak English so good if you're Greek? What is that supposed to mean, guys? That's kind of racist. But anyway. if I remember well, when I was young, around 3, 4, my mother hired a British woman. She was like a bit old, like my grandmother. And we sat, and she didn't speak Greek, I didn't speak English, and eventually we figured it out. So I think that's where my level of English comes from. Now, question number 23. That's a good one. Airbus or Boeing, dogs or cats, tea or coffee, sea or mountains, English or Greek, summer or winter, cars or airplanes? Well, that's a good one, but these are so many questions, and all of them. I cannot choose one over the other. All of them. Question 24. Can you please describe what is happiness for you? Happiness. Having love around me, family, that's really important for me. And happiness is trying for the things that I want to do and trying to see life positive, because don't forget, we only live once. Question 25. How happy are you being a pilot? Well, me as a person, I love aviation. It's the only thing I've knew since I was 2 months old, the first time I got into a plane. But a profession does not make you happy. The approach you have for life itself makes you happy. And if you combine it with a job that you like, I think it's the best. That is happy or happiness. So, question 26. How long did it take you to finish your studies and become a pilot? I think I've answered this before, but I'm gonna answer it again. I started in 2005, but I dropped it after 2 years for many issues. And then I started back in 2013. If you take out these years, it took me 3 years because I had some issues with the flight school. Anyway, next one, 27, question 27. Any tips for fresh graduate pilots looking for a job? Well, now it's a really hard time. So the advice I can give you is just hold on. And aviation goes like this, up and down, always. It was always like this. So now it's on the down. So just be patient. Keep your education, your studies fresh, and keep reviewing them, and wait for the right chance. So, question 28. Hello, you seem to have a beautiful life. Can you recommend me a good pilot school? Well, guys, these are two different things. Having a beautiful life and recommending you a pilot school are two different things. Beautiful life, you make your beautiful life. And the pilot school is your education to become a pilot. All the pilot schools are good as long as you study. So, question 29. What are your hobbies? Well, I've been doing so many sports since I was a kid. All my life was around sports, mainly. My hobbies right now are cars, racing them and tuning them, and surfing. I surf, although this is my old surfboard. Snowboarding, and I used to do BMX. I was going to the States, England for BMXing, and I broke many bones. Now, question number 30. Eat when traveling. What do I eat when traveling? Probably means, well, I eat pretty much everything, because many times you cannot find what you want, so you have to settle with what you have. Now, question number 31. Have you ever thought of switching careers? Well, no, I don't want to switch career, at least right now. But if it comes to that, well, I'm a person that tries to find solutions, so yes, I'm gonna figure it out. Now, question number 32. Do you like cars? Well, yes, I love cars. I tune them, I race them, whatever modifications on the cars, I do it on my own. I've been working on cars for so many years. I wanted to start drag racing, drifting, but this didn't happen. And I was racing go-karts for a certain period of time. And yes, I'm a petrol head. Now, question 33. Do you fly helicopters? No, I don't fly helicopters, although I would like to see how it is. Do you like, question number 34. Do you like flying as a passenger? Well, I'll tell you this, the past 7 years that I've been flying commercial, I've been always abroad. So most of the times I fly as a passenger to come back home or go back to work. And no, to be honest, I don't really like it flying as a passenger unless I'm really tired and I want to sleep. But I don't really like it because I'm used to entering the plane and having things to do. So, question 35. Which places have you visited with work? Well, the most places I visited with work were with my first airline when I started back in 2014. I'm not going to tell you the name of the airline. We were a wet lease company and we used to go all over the place for 30 to 45 days, depending on the operation and the company that leased us. So let's start from North Europe. I started with Sweden, again in Malmo, amazing places. Also we crossed from Malmo with the train and I saw Copenhagen too. UK was London and Manchester, and Spain was Madrid. France, all over France. Lyon, Nice, Bordeaux, Paris, whatever. A little bit of Poland, Italy, Greece, Turkey, a little bit of Ukraine, stayed a lot in Moldova. And in Africa, I went to Djibouti. Africa was a big experience for me. Amazing place. Djibouti, Somalia, crazy. And Kenya, I was staying there. Then I went to Saudi Arabia, UAE, Pakistan, India, Indonesia, the list goes on. There were so many places. What I experienced. That's why, guys, I told you, like, aviation for me, I cannot name one place or an airport. Like, the whole experience was amazing. So that was it. Hope you guys liked it, and trust me, it was not easy to speak to a camera and answer your questions, but I liked it in the end. I hope you guys did too. So have a good day and take care.